everyone, my name is Daniel, and today I'm going to read you a story from a Rupert angle. The story I'm going to read to you is Rupert and the Goose Chase, an exciting tale featuring a goose and a chase. Let's begin. Rupert promises the geese that he will come back and see them again as soon as he has thought of a plan. In the meanwhile, we'll all keep a lookout, says Gertie. If anyone spots Sir Humphrey, we'll raise the alarm, honking as loud as we can. Mrs. Brown tells Rupert that the visitors have brought a whole basket of eggs and said they might be back later for the week for more. I can't understand why they want so many, she exclaims. One goose egg is just like the other. As Rupert walks back from the farm, he thinks of how Sir Humphrey Pumphrey will stop at nothing to get what he wants. There must be something I can do to help the golden goose, he sighs. It isn't safe for it to stay on the farm. Just then, Rupert hears a cheery call and looks up to see the Sage of in his fly umbrella. Hello, cries the visitor. I was just on my way home from Nutwood, and I suddenly spotted you walking along. Wait there and I'll come down for a chat. The Sage of is a wise old man who lives on a faraway island, together with the last herd of unicorns in the world. He has often helped Rupert and listens carefully to his story about the goose and Sir Humphrey Pumphrey. Such a creature would be a great prize, he frowns. You're right to be concerned. Sir Humphrey will be searching, especially if he thinks the other geese have something to hide. We need to think of something else for the goose to say. Rupert and the Sage think hard for a moment, then both come up with the same answer. An island, laughs Rupert's friend. The goose will be safe from Sir Humphrey there. Hardly anyone knows how to find and it never appears on maps. The Sage suggests that Rupert should tell the goose their plan and accompany it on the journey. First, we must go and ask your parents, he declares. I'm sure they won't mind when they hear why you want to go. Mr. and Mrs. Bear are pleased to see the Sage and happily agree for Rupert to visit Island. I hope you'll stay for tea before you go, says Rupert's mother. I want to hear all about the unicorns. The sky is darkening by the time Rupert and his friends set out for Farmer Brown's. But the Sage seems unconcerned. It's probably as well for the goose to stay out of sight during the day, he declares. Sir Humphrey might be keeping watch. We don't want to see him arrive. As the pair near the farm, the Sage tells Rupert he will wait for him outside. The less disturbance we make, the better, he declares. Bring the golden goose back with you, and we'll be able to take off the umbrella without being seen. Rupert crosses the silent farmyard and tiptoes to the hut where the geese all live. Hello, he whispers. It's me, Rupert Bear. I thought of somewhere safe for you to go. Come out and join me. We can get off while it's dark so that nobody sees. The golden goose is delighted with Rupert's plan. Island sounds perfect, it smiles. Peace and quiet, no noisy visitors. With all those unicorns for company, I'll certainly never be lonely. Disappearing into the goose hut to say its farewells, it emerges with the golden egg and follows Rupert across the farmyard to where the Sage is waiting. I was so worried those men might come back, the goose tells Rupert. They didn't seem the type to give up easily. Give up? Growls a deep voice. Just as well we didn't, is it? Sir Humphrey said we'll find you sooner or later. And here you are, with a golden egg too. He will be pleased. Before Rupert can stop him, the burly figure picks up the goose and calls to his companions. Bring the bear as well, orders Sir Humphrey. We don't want him running off for help as soon as we're gone. Seizing Rupert by his jumper, Scroggs lifts him up and strides towards the waiting car. Oh no! How's Rupert going to get out of this one? Just as it seems that all is lost, a noisy honking sound makes Scroggs stop in his tracks. The next moment, Gertie and the other geese crowd around him, hissing and pecking angrily. Stop that! Help! Cries Sir Humphrey's servant, flailing at the birds in alarm. Come on! Rupert whispers to the golden goose. Now's our chance! Your friends will give us time to get us away. Scrog! Calls Sir Humphrey. Leave those silly geese and get after the one with the golden egg. Come back here, bellows Scrog. You won't get away easily, you know. By now, Rupert has spotted the Sage of who blinks with surprise and hops into the waiting umbrella. By the time Rupert reaches him, his friend is hovering in the air, poised for a quick escape. Well done, he calls. Jump aboard, and you'll soon be out of Sir Humphrey's reach. Rupert seizes his hand and clambers in. The goose follows, leaping into Rupert's arms as the umbrella starts to rise. Scrog makes a desperate lunge at the brella, but it's too late. Hold on tight, calls the sage. Up we go! Rupert and the goose peer down at Sir Humphrey and Scrog, who stand gasping in the farmyard below. Hurrah! Cries Rupert. We made it! We'll be safe now. Don't be so sure, calls Sir Humphrey, shaking his fist angrily. Nobody makes a fool of me and gets away with it. I'll catch that goose if it's the last thing I do. You just wait and see. Join us next time and we'll find out how Rupert's adventures continues. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you stay safe. Bye!